Hi, Christina.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I want to make sure I get your name right. Your last name. Is it Coke? Is that how I say it?
Cook.
Cook. Okay, got it,
Mhm.
got it. Christina Koch. Well,
Yeah,
welcome.
no
I'm
worries.
here to interview you for Forbes.com. I'm a senior Forbes contributor, but also this will be on Work 2.0, the podcast. I just want
Okay.
to let you know that people on Threads absolutely love you. They told me to say hello. My mom also told me to say hello to you. So we're very much in awe of your work. Your history making. But before we get into the history making bit of things, I want to talk about the space plumbing. You being the space plumber, that the title that you adopted. Like often, women in like leadership roles, women who are at the forefront have to balance the nitty-gritty behind the scenes with being at the forefront. How do you balance that and
Mhm.
keep that alive with that whole toilet situation?
Well, to be honest, as an astronaut, we are always in the nitty-gritty. That is our entire world. So for me, I guess it doesn't feel so much as a balancing act as just doing the job that's in front of me. I've always just loved what I get to do, and that includes fixing things, that includes upgrading things like the space station, making it as good as it can be, making Orion a place where we can all live and be productive. So that part of it is just an honor and a responsibility. It doesn't feel like something to manage, it just feels like something I enjoy.
Amazing, amazing. Now, being the first woman on a lunar mission like this, hopefully you're not going to be the last, right? The plan is that there's going to be more just like you. Like,
Yes.
what does it mean to you to create a legacy? How are you carrying that forward?
Well, I love that you put that in the form of how are you carrying it forward, because though the historical nature of this mission is so important, I'm more interested in the future. What we are not, we are creating history, but we're also creating the future. And when I
Mm,
think about that, I just hope that it's seen as trailblazing. When I look back at all the people that enabled me to be where I'm at, I am nothing without those people. I'm nothing without Neil Armstrong. I'm nothing without
right.
Katherine Johnson. I'm nothing without Mae Jemison. And those people inspired me growing up, and recognizing that being where I'm at and having people see someone who looks like them, who regards the world like them, is meaningful and inspiring. That's something that, as much as I don't want to embrace, I know that I must, because it's important. That milestone is important, and telling the story is important. So when I want to be out of the spotlight, I remind myself that those people inspired me, and I actually owe it
Mhm.
to them to continue to create that space. First, are only important because you're not going to be the last.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And is there anything specific that you've got maybe in the pipeline to like encourage the next generation, or is that something you want to keep under wraps for now?
Well, I always share advice for the next generation. I have three kind of mantras that I share a lot. One is to do what scares you, to not shy away from the things that seem impossible. When you do the things that seem like they're just out of your reach, that's actually when you get the most out of them, and you end
Mm,
up doing the most good for the world. Find something that fulfills you, find something that you can do slow, that you can do forever and still love it, that still gives you
yes.
meaning. And then finally support those around you.
I
Supporting.
love that. I love that you said that because I noted that down from the press conference. You said the same thing, and I wrote it down as a note because that's so inspiring. Find something that you can do slow. Everyone wants a quick fix, but you're saying something that's sustainable that you will enjoy for the long term. Not just for the money, but for the purpose, the impact. I love that. Now, talking about like obviously you did a lot of prep for this mission, Artemis II, being on the far side of the moon. What was one thing that was different to you about what you expected that experience would be like versus what actually happened?
There was so much to say in that experience. I think being on the far side was a really unique time. People talk about, what did you do when it was so quiet? The truth is, we have a lot of comm outages on our mission, times when the satellites just don't reach us and we have to be out of communication for a little while. What
Wow.
made this one different was that we saw it with our own eyes. It wasn't a technical lacking or inability of a satellite network. It was the physical Earth not being in view, and we watched that happen with our own eyes. So
Wow.
recognizing that no amount of technology would necessarily cure us of that in that moment definitely made it different. But I think we had a lot to do at that time. We were very, very focused. And the thing that surprised me was just how much we got down to business, that it didn't feel as profound as maybe the moment that we first lost comm and the moment that we regained it back. while we were just looking at the dark side of the moon, we were doing the science that we had been sent there to do, that we had trained to do. And it was such a fulfillment of that responsibility to finally get to do that work. We were just really focused.
So, Christina, one word summing up, if you were to sum up the future of women in STEM, what would that one word be?
Brightness. Everything that I've experienced back on Earth since this mission has just been illuminated with a light of wonder, of possibility, of doing, of achieving the near impossible. And I hope that that is just as illuminated. I feel like the path has just been lit up from below. It's been brought into focus, and we see it, and now we're just ready to walk it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Christina.
Thank you.